What is up, everybody? Welcome to our spooky story time season 1 episode 1. It's been a real crazy journey trying to make this channel happen, but it's here, it's finally happening. This channel used to be a vlog channel where I used to do a lot of cool stuff, but now as of recently I've been focusing nothing but spooky, scary, paranormal, weird, and eerie. If you want, you know, my vlogs and me in a different aspect, you know, everything has to do with music, advice, and all that stuff, my vlog channel, actually I made a new vlog channel. Click the link down below and it'll take you to my vlog channel. But as of right now, I want you to grab some water, grab some coffee, grab some snack, and let's talk something spooky. I'm drinking water right now. Normally I drink coffee. It is really late right now and I don't want to drink coffee because I kind of want to go to sleep after this. Again, I might start editing. I might not finish until I'm done editing. It's the curse of an editor slash video editor, videographer, whatever. Drink water. So on today's episode, I want to talk about something, not just the broad aspect, but more of a certain topic. I don't know if y'all have heard about the Mandela Effect, which comes from Nelson Mandela. People thought Nelson Mandela died in jail back in the 80s. It turns out the homie was alive this whole time. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, I thought you died in jail. There's news and TV outlets of you saying you have died, but the homie was lifting the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. And everybody's like, oh, he's alive. Now the researcher Fiona Broom, she claimed and remembers that Nelson Mandela died in the 80s in prison, but all of a sudden homie was alive, and she's like, I thought you have died. So that's where the Mandela effect comes from, is you think one certain fact is true and all of a sudden it's not true. It's a whole complete opposite fact, or there's something that does not exist anymore or never existed, but you could swear to sweet baby Jesus it did exist. So that's the Mandela Effect. Now personally, I really never cared much about the Mandela Effect, because I do believe that we tend to forget things and we tend to fill our forgetfulness with false memories or false voids and be like, oh, well, maybe it was like this, maybe it wasn't like this. You get me? So like, I'm like, whatever. It could be just a psychological trick of your brain trying to fill in the blank, fill in the missing part of a memory. That's what I thought. But all of a sudden, I don't know about you guys. I was born in 1992, which is
There's more comedy for the family Wednesday night. Stick around, you drama fans. Savannah's on tonight.
Probably the greatest era of movies and TVs and music. People think the 80s, yes, probably music, but at least the 90s was just the turn of the century, you can say. Everything from 99, even 2000, were just great stuff. Like, I mean, you can't argue that the 90s did not have the best Nickelodeon, the best TV, the best movies, the best attire. You know, it had so much class, fashion, and it was just freaking rock star-esque. I'm getting a little carried away. I love the 90s very much. Let's move on. Now, me personally, and I think I've mentioned this in other vlogs or other videos, my memory is pretty good. It's kind of a blessing and a curse, and I think I can make another spooky video about this, how I can remember things from when I was very young, to the point where I'll bring it up and my mom and my dad's like, how do you remember this? You're only 2-3 years old. I was like, I don't know. And then, you know, I am a musician. I do have formulas and stuff memorized, so probably that has helped me have a better memory, or maybe me having a good memory has helped me memorize music. Point being is that I am not one to forget things. Hence enters the Mandela Effect. 1990 had probably the cheesiest, most funniest movies for children. Now you go back and watch them, you're like, ugh, this is cringe. But in the 90s, bro, you were thriving. But here's the thing. What if all of a sudden there's this one movie that you remember watching, that you remember being 5-6 years old, you know, you're at your godmother's house, your cousin or your your godmother's son, my friend, you can say, rents this movie and pops it in. We order freaking, not Papa John's, Pizza Hut. We order Pizza Hut and we start watching this movie. We start eating, we laugh. My brother is there. My godmother's son is there. Her daughter is there. My brother is there. I'm there. We have friends. We're watching, laughing with this movie. Movie finishes. We finish our food. We go to sleep over, and all of a sudden here I am, 30 years old, talking about this. What if I tell you that movie never existed? What if I tell you that that's just BS? Your brain created some false memory, or maybe the Mandela Effect took place. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys remember this movie called Shazam with Sinbad the comedian? We can call this the greatest movie that never existed, because it didn't exist. Yeah, you hear it here first, y'all. That movie does not exist. It's not real. The movie is about a genie that just, you know, two siblings come and they knock it over, and then boom comes out Sinbad the genie, Kazam the genie, and excuse me, Shazam the genie comes out, and we'll talk about Kazam in a bit. Shazam comes out and is like, oh, I'm a genie, and then, you know, they make wishes, all these dumb things, funny stuff, cheesy 90s stuff, movie ends, you know, everybody lives happily ever after. The movie does not exist. This is when I realized the Mandela Effect is real, and my life is either in a parallel universe, or maybe it's just fake memory. It's just a false memory. Maybe. I can't right now. I really can't. Okay, I drink some water. I'm a little calm now. Now, let's talk about the movie Shazam, which does exist. It's a 1996 movie with the greatest actor to ever walk on this earth, Shaquille O'Neal. Joke aside, Shaquille O'Neal played for the Lakers. I love the Lakers, but he was trying to break into film in the 90s, in 1996, with other movies which we were not mentioned.
Well, you know I've got to push the envelope.
Yeah, I know you do.
Kill him!
Maybe not.
Yeah, that movie exists too. But in Shazam, he plays the role of a genie, right? A kid knocks over the lamp, kid finds the genie helps him find his dad, you know, so on and so forth. Happily ever after, blah, 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 movie ends. That movie exists, but Shazam doesn't exist. Shazam is not real, y'all. How many of y'all remember watching that movie? I do remember watching Shazam more in the later days, because they would show that movie on reruns, on cable TV. I remember watching it more as a teenager, not as a child or a kid. But I do remember watching Shazam as a freaking kid, as a child, y'all. Like, it's like I've been living a lie. Now, there are people who claim that they have a box set. People who claim that they themselves have seen this movie, and their dad has a copy, and they go home and try to look for the copy, and then poof, it just vanished out of thin air. The greatest movie that never existed. Now, Sinbad, the comedian himself, he kind of pokes fun about it at this point. He really doesn't care. I'm pretty sure everybody is asking him about this movie.
I did do Shazam. I'm not proud of it. When I did Shazam, I was doing a lot of crack. I was staying in crack houses, and I did Shazam for crack money. I knew it wasn't gonna be a great movie because I have no genie skills. I think most movies, you have to bring something out of yourself, and I've never been a genie or had magical powers. It was a learning process for me as I was doing this movie, just getting into the lamp. I took a lot of yoga, a lot of Crisco oil to slide up into that lamp. So, you know, I injured myself. I had a rotator cuff injury, but, you know, I'm not crying. I'm not crying because I'm tough. For those who said, hey, you saw Shazam when I was growing up, yeah, you did. It did exist. It took a lot of government intervention to get those videos out of people's homes and out of the video stores. I'm lucky because I'm ex-military, ex-special forces. So we were able to do a lot of mind control stuff to get those videotapes away from people. There's 3 tapes left. There are 3 Shazam videos still out there we did not find. And if we find you, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, he's just being funny. Like, at this point, he's just poking fun. He's trying just to, you know, just shake some people's feathers and be like, yo, man, like move on. It does not exist. I didn't do it. Blah, 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 blah. He even makes fun of people of my generation. That's only my generation that talks about it, but not the older people, not the people before, and not the people after us. So are you telling me that a bunch of kids that were born in the late 80s, early 90s, remember this movie, but all of a sudden it doesn't exist? I'm a little bothered that this does not exist. Now, if you do want to watch the Shazam movie, you can watch it on Disney Plus right now. That's where I watched it not so long ago, or maybe during the pandemic. It's a cheesy 90s kids movie, so you just bear with it. Don't take it too serious. And, you know, our Lord and Savior Shaquille O'Neal is, you know, he's gonna be winning Oscars off of that movie. I do remember that in the 90s, Sinbad was in a movie. I think he played like the special agent or a special service agent for the president, protecting the president's son. Let's see, let me do some research very fast. Sinbad movie. Let's see what we get on our trusty First Kid. The movie's called First Kid, where Sinbad plays a special agent, aspiring Secret Service agent, Sam Sims. Sinbad, you know, he's helping out the president's son, protecting him and all this stuff. I saw it, I think on Netflix, or I don't know where, maybe even Disney Plus. Go watch it. It's a fun 90s cheesy movie again, but it's not Shazam. Now, how does this happen? Or what's the psychology behind this? What's the science behind this? First of all, I do feel that maybe us humans, I was saying earlier, we tend to make false memories because we think we remember and maybe we don't. So all of a sudden our brain is like, how about I just add this information in this little gap and then boom, it makes sense. But here's the thing, it does happen. You know, when people go through anxiety, depression, things that I went through, our brain tends to always try to heal, fix itself by trying to go into the future or into the past. Hence anxiety going to the future, depression going to the past, and trying to fix our memories. And this is why we get stuck in this place called depression or anxiety. Now, the Mandela Effect. What the freak, man? Like, I remember watching this, a bunch of people remember watching this, but all of a sudden it doesn't exist. So false memory could happen. And maybe one person talked about it, or maybe social media talked about it, and all of a sudden, you know, freaking pandemonium, all of a sudden, wildfire goes around and everybody's like, oh my gosh, I remember this movie. What? It doesn't exist? And the crazy thing is that Shazam is such a thing that everybody talks about not existing, that the YouTube channel College Humor made a skit about it, poking fun about it, about us, you know, millennials, I think they were called, the kids that were born in the 90s, late 80s, that we claim to watch it. So even a YouTube channel freaking made a spoof about it, made a parody video about it, and I'm pretty sure that didn't help because everybody's like, look, it existed. And little did they know, they didn't check that the YouTube channel is College Humor. It's just a parody YouTube channel. Yes, it's upsetting because I found that video and I was like, oh, it exists. The movie is real. I'm not going crazy. I was filming the podcast on Monday, The Art of Pop, link down below, with Tanner Howe, and I told him that, yo, I'm doing a spooky storytime episode on this film that does not exist. And Tanner almost started like screaming because he remembers as well watching this movie. Now, why do I consider this a spooky episode? Or why do I consider this spooky? Number one, because it's paranormal. How the hell does a movie disappear from the face of the earth? Number two, how the hell do I forget, or how the hell do I remember watching this movie and all of a sudden it's not real? I'm not a forgetful person, so it just really puts me on the edge because I'm like, I remember watching this movie. And number three is that everybody, including my brother and my sister, remember watching this movie. It's scary, y'all, because it's either a parallel universe or in a universe that, you know, collided with our universe, and, you know, information got crisscrossed and all of a sudden they got split in the end, and now here we are in planet 5529 whatever, and Sinbad, Shazam does not exist. Or maybe Kazam, the Shaquille O'Neal movie, is the Mandela Effect in the other parallel universe, and Shazam is the movie they have, and we have Kazam, but Shazam is our parallel universe Mandela Effect. I'm doing too much thinking in this. There are many other Mandela effects that I didn't touch or talk about because I feel those are pretty easily debunked. But this one though, this one about this movie, Shazam, with Sinbad, it's just, woo, it's crazy. I do remember Sinbad was in Good Burger. He played the teacher that Keenan runs into, and and this is what Keenan has to work for the money to fix the cars. That's where he runs into Kel, and then the whole Good Burger movie exists. Great movie. Sinbad is in that one. But is that one of the other reasons why he exists in our universe of Sinbad, the Shazam genie? Also, Shazam is a movie that came out recently, a DC comic book movie. Don't get those two confused. I'm gonna end this episode here. We can continue talking about it in the comment section down below. If there's information that I missed, is there something that I maybe forgot to mention, put it in the comment section down below. Tell all your friends about the spooky season 1, and let's have fun, y'all. Let's really make this into a community. I love you guys. God bless. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. And if you know about anything of Shazam, if there's anybody that has a copy and you're willing to share it with me, yeah, let me know. Let's watch it together.